Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as the Maggot host, going up against Whistleland and Nuln, where he's got basically 2 full stacks, but there's some really damaged units here. Decisive defeat and auto-resolve, going up against about 3 full stacks, and he's just getting overwhelmed here. If you have a look at the battle difficulty, everything's on maximum. Let's read out the email here before we make any decisions, because there's a lot of things we could potentially do before we even get into the battle. So he says, Hi Legend, I wonder if you can do this battle. It's very difficult. I tried to hide my cav close to where the enemy reinforcements come, and the rest opposite enemy in a bit in the woods to take cover and also fire with my arty as Nurgle. My cav is however damaged, and once I got the enemy close to me, I used the cav to wipe out their RT, and their reinforcements come in and shoot me down since the cavs do not have all their health. Can you do this battle? I think it would be interesting. Okay, so basically using his reinforcements to get into their reinforcement zone. Sorry, his cavalry to get in the reinforcement zone. Alright, so I actually reckon what we should do is not control large army here. He didn't say whether or not that's what he did, but I've got a better idea, I think. Let's jump in here and I'll explain it when we get in. Because basically, what I recognize with his army is that he doesn't actually have 2 full stacks. He's got 1 stack. And it's just about making that 1 stack as good as it can be. Because if we do that, we should be able to take out all 3 armies. Especially if, and he had the right idea, we get to their reinforcement zone. Now, if we don't control a large army, those reinforcements stay there. Now, what I need to do is that I need time in order to get this 1 stack that I need. So, I don't really want to withdraw certain units straight away. But if I do, I can bring in those heroes. What we're going to do is sort of make a hero stack. Alright, so these ones here, I don't want them at all. I'll have them come over this way. Then, a couple of them... Hang on, do we have a full stack here? I think we do. Okay, let's take them back. Elspeth is going to be coming onto the battlefield, because there isn't a full stack here at the moment. So we could send these ones in early. Just do a little bit of damage and then get out, basically, and start bringing in these guys here. Because obviously I want to try to keep the integrity of his army. Yeah, don't wait around for them to launch the attack. Elspeth's army is not very good, though. But yeah, just keep these ones back here for now. Oh, okay, they're going to deploy over here. A lot of steam tanks in the army. I don't think we're going to get close. I think we're just going to end up taking massive casualties. This is not going to be worth it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm actually just going to withdraw all of these units straight away. Because what I want to do is bring in these heroes. Because all of that artillery is not going to be able to do shit against us. So what I was hoping was to be able to flank them. But there's too much in the way. It's not going to work. So when we've got a decisive defeat and auto-resolve, and then we just throw away a large portion of our army, that might seem stupid, but... I mean, it kind of technically is. It's just that I recognize that they're going to take a lot of damage, and I need other units to come in right away. Alright, so this one here, just get off the battlefield. Now, oh, actually, keep them there for a moment. Because there's no more single entities for us to bring in. Oh, sorry, no, there are more single entities. Those ones. Yeah, you know what? Get rid of them. All of our guys here. We're not going to get army lost, I don't think. Alright, let's go over to Elspeth and see if we can get her over here. I know this seems really silly, and it wasn't my original plan, but seeing that both of their reinforcements are in the exact same location, I've got a bit of a plan. Okay, leave that one. All I want is single entities, because I reckon that's what the enemy army is weakest against. And I don't want these units to take excessive damage. Because we're already damaged. Because the thing is with the single entities, we can heal them. We've got these guys here. So we don't even need to use Nurgle magic. We just use Nurgle hero magic. Okay, so we bring all them in. So basically, I've already withdrawn a full stack's worth of unit. But they were the damaged army. That's what I was saying about, there's a full stack in here. It's just, this is the army that we actually want. Now, I think this is 19 units. I'm not sure. Alright, just going to get organized. Get them all into a bit of a blob. So that a single one of these heals them all. Alright, now I'll send you over here. What I want to do is try to get these guys over to this position so that when their reinforcements come in, because there's so many missile units, if we're right in their face straight away, that's going to be the best case scenario. But I need to get rid of Elspeth, or else she's going to constantly spirit leech us and get stronger and stronger. So I got to try to draw her away. Yeah, see, that's going to be a problem. She's not going to run out of magic anytime soon. Also got this. Okay, good. We got Elspeth's attention. That's it. Hang on, hang on. Not yet. They're going to blow up around over here. That could be good. So what we do is we bring Elspeth in using this fat green shit as bait. Get her on the ground. Yep, that's it. She can't resist the old demon prince. Then as soon as she does that, just get around her and pummel her to death. So that was really stupid of them to land like this. But we'll take advantage of it. Debuff her as much as we can. And yeah, just take her out as quickly as we can. So, buffs wherever we can. Have we got any other debuffs we can put on her? Not really, but she's going down real quick. Good. With her death, that means that any units that come in through here that aren't unbreakable because of steam tanks and stuff, they're going to be they are going to be reduced in morale. Okay, so what I want to do now, don't worry about attacking this here. We want to get around this army and get over to their reinforcement location. That way, anytime a unit is eliminated from the battlefield, we just like immediately get rid of whatever comes on. Because there's quite a lot of small arms fire in here that are really dangerous. And if we're in their face immediately, then they're just going to rout straight away. Especially with the general's dead penalty. Okay, you get back in the air. They're probably going to focus on shooting you, so you stay away from them. These two guys here are going to be slow. But if I can just get the rest of them over there, while this guy distracts them, that'll be good. That's it. Got to go around here quite wide so that they've got really low accuracy. Alright, bit of a problem here. I might also be better off getting these guys off the battlefield. Or else this guy's gonna get freaking slaughtered. Or at least get them in this forest. That's it, get them over to there. That's it. That's, this one's a problem. Yeah, him being big means he's an easy target for them. So they're getting some decent hits on us. It's okay. This one's not. But if I want them to hide, I need for this one to go away. Luckily, they've only got this one unit here. We'll turn around and fight him. Maybe we can handle him. That's it. Make it way through here. You doing slowpoke? Keep moving. Long rifles coming in over there. Now, it's okay for us to withdraw our lords from the battlefield if they're taking too much damage. That shouldn't be a problem. A lot of artillery in this army, though. Also, if any of them get too badly damaged, we can withdraw them here, so they don't get wiped out. These ones here, whatever, it doesn't matter, just send them in. Okay, so those two can just stay there because they're too slow, but this guy, need to get him back around over here, because he's still got a fair bit of healing he can do. the way. Good. As their units come in, we should just be able to obliterate them straight away. Biggest problem is going to be the artillery, but we actually got a fair bit of cover here.
The Plague Father's decree.
Exalted hero of Nurgle.
I don't know. Okay, those two are hidden, so they shouldn't come after them anymore. Alright, let's resume firing at will with them. Although they are primarily in melee at the moment. So need to get them all together for a nice big group hug. Nice big heal. And yeah, if the Hellstorm rocket batteries want to shoot over here, they're going to hit a lot of their own units. That could be good. Not everyone's in range there. Get in. Oh, god damn it. I gotta get out of range of them. There we go, everyone's in range. Cool, everyone will get a bunch of healing. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so we should be knocking off a fair bit of their infantry right off the bat. It's all just melee infantry at the moment, but eventually they're going to run out of melee infantry and start bringing in the archers, and that's where this is really going to be beneficial, because they're going to get no value out of it. Okay. It's good that these garrison units are keeping that land ship occupied. It's really handy for us. Now obviously the steam tanks shooting at us are doing a fair bit of damage, but just gonna have to deal with that and try to heal it as much as we can while we obliterate the rest of these forces. I think I might have to withdraw this guy from the battlefield. Because pretty much no matter where I send him, he's going to get shot. It's just too big. Honestly, keeping those Hockland long rifles busy, even just for a little bit longer, is really handy. I could use this to heal him. Yeah, I guess that's okay, because he is generating a fair bit of magic using the chromatic tome. Good, their missile units come in, they don't get a chance to do any damage. So it costs us a fair bit to get here, but then once we're here, we reap the benefits. And look at this, they're sending the Hellblaster volley guns into melee here. They're at full ammo. Right, so these soul grinders are taking a bit of damage. Okay, I got an idea. Why don't we turn back around and shoot at these Hellstorm rocket batteries. No point shooting at the steam tanks, not going to do anything. So far, so good, I think. Oh no, that guy's too far away. Don't bring him in over here. Okay, don't care about those war wagons and mortars. That's not a big deal at all. Got to keep an eye on this one here that doesn't take too much damage. Yeah, look at that. They've eliminated... This was Elspeth's army, which admittedly was shit. But this one here is pretty good, and it's filled with missile units. Which means as soon as they come on, they're just going to... Totally useless. Okay. Actually managed to bring this guy over here. Those steam tanks are almost out of ammo, so they'll start coming over here in melee soon. Still got 3 on that one. Also got this ability here if we want to heal a bit more.
Taking action.
Good. So I think, yeah, he was on the right track. It's just instead of using cavalry, use your single entities.
Joyfully, I
Because yeah, they're shooting at us, but it just doesn't do as much damage as single entities. Get this guy on the ground, but keep him in the forest because they'll probably try to target him. Good, big buff for all of our guys here.
Hail! Decay!
So hopefully these Hochland long rifles from this position here will just end up shooting trees. Right, this guy's taking a bit too much damage. Let's get him off the battlefield now. Everything's looking pretty good here. But yeah, just taking a big detour around the army to their reinforcement zone. This is where the Empire, like, you really don't want this happening to yourself. And the AI will kind of do this. Not to the same extent, but they will try to do this to you. So these guys here are taking the most damage because they're the biggest. Easiest to hit. So that's for those two guys over there. I would use their missile attack, but like, who cares? Actually, those Hellblaster volley guns are doing a fair bit of damage. We should probably get rid of them. Yeah, they're doing quite a bit of damage. Should only take a few volleys to get them off the artillery. Pop on long rifles. Alright, that army has nearly completely committed. Hang on, we haven't finished that one off. Keep shooting at it. Don't have any summons. Get rid of these guys here. These mortars, they're not going to do anything. Nothing to worry about there. Alright, did we... Okay, we sorted that one out, so it's not going to fire as effectively against us. Hellblaster volley guns... Yeah, those are a problem. Shoot them. I don't think they're firing at us. They're like full ammo. Yeah, if we can get rid of that here, that'd be great. How much damage did this end up doing at all? None. Okay, that's great. But the other one did a lot of damage. What's going on with you? You took a bit of damage? Oh, right, they're... long rifle shooting us. Get back in the trees. Alright, that is the last of the reinforcements from over there. And we've inflicted the army losses, so now we just got to get rid of all the steam tanks, which that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, get rid of all of our soul grinders, just because they're not really good in this situation. They're already getting really badly smashed. Just get our heroes to sort this out now.
Going forth.
Worshipper of disease! For the Earth-Father!
Vile sneezes bring joyous diseases. Blessed the war.
Okay, this guy's taking a bit too much damage. Let's get him out of there.
Over there.
So, why are you constantly taking damage? These ones here haven't left the battlefield yet.
Grandfather directs me, spreading Earth-Father's word.
Good, nice big buff for them. Getting terror rated not ideal, but should manage. Just keep this guy back. No, we don't need to worry about bounce power. Just get it off the battlefield. This guy as well. Just get him out of here. Don't make him leave the battlefield. Just leave this area. He's just taking too much damage. Get out of there. Debuff him a bit. We've got this land ship over here to deal with.
Worshipper of disease!
Invoking the Fly Lord.
God damn, these steam tanks are really difficult to bloody kill, aren't they? They're actually beating our heroes in melee to a certain degree. It might be because our guys are on chariots, so obviously that's not really helping very much. Lord dead. Oh, one of these guys. That actually counts as a lord now. That's why our guys were starting to get terror routed. Fucking garrison getting in the way. We didn't actually lose the lord because here's one, and I think this is the second. No, it's this guy. That guy's the second lord. That's the hero. The thing is that penalty's not going to go away. And it was just some fucking nurgling that died. That's all it was. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of the soul grinders so early, but I think we're okay. Two steam tanks and the Marienburg landship left. So it's got no ammo of its primary shot, but it's still got a secondary shot, which is quite dangerous. Okay, so now, I don't want this guy getting involved, he's just too badly damaged now. Send all of them over here to sort out this landship. Yeah, it would have been better if I could just have told those guys to not show up at all. Or maybe, you know what I should have done? Not withdrawn all of the cavalry and just left one of them here so they never showed up. But then again, I ended up withdrawing other units. And so they would have come in eventually. Okay, we're killing this way faster than I thought we would, so that's fine. And there we go. Pyrrhic victory, yes, but we actually barely suffered any casualties. In fact, we suffered no casualties apart from the settlement garrison, and as you guys know, that doesn't count. So yeah, if you want like a really good army, merge all your heroes together. Because yeah, when you get a big hero group, you can just do so much with them because they'll buff each other to a certain degree. It's not that these Chaos Knights of Nurgle can't be good. It's just that, you know, we can't revive entities. Alright, so none of that seems particularly useful. Let's take the favor.
Nuggles chosen.
So yeah, I think that went pretty well. Ugh, look at that reliability. Look, I don't do any diplomacy. I don't know what's going on. They might attack, they might not. I have no idea.
Host.
It's a good amount of money. If that's what you want, accept it on your turn when I send it back to you. Okay, so those armies were in Wissenland. That was these guys here. No, that's not him. These ones here, good. So we got some replenishment. So yeah, if you transferred maybe all of these guys, sorry, all these heroes into this army under this guy's command, that could work out pretty well. Although I do find that they do pretty well, I think, with just demon units in general.
I can't.
It's weird, they've got like a total trash army, and then right next to it, essentially a doom stack. But yeah, you should be able to handle that on the attack, because yeah, if you utilize just one of these armies as all the single entities, you can just constantly keep healing. And you can use the soul grinders to bomb them on the approach. If it's just mortars, that's no big deal. Only thing you gotta watch out for here are the cannons. Oh, and definitely the Luminarch of Heesh. And probably the war wagons if they get close. But yeah, everything else in the campaign looks like it's going pretty well, so it was just that one battle there. I wouldn't say that was a particularly difficult fight, I just kind of knew what to do, and the plan worked out really well. I think he was on the right track, and it's pretty amazing how if you just adjust a couple of things, how much of a difference it can actually make. But yeah, I'd rate that battle difficulty at maybe a 6, maybe even a 5. But anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.